This is my Mark V Golf GTI that I paid just 200 smackaroonies for. And this here is an engine crane. I had to rent this and it was £45 for 2 days for the weekend. And we need it because I need to take the engine out of this because it's had engine failure, hence why I got it so cheap, and it's been sat for 5 years. So in this video, I am going to be attempting to get this engine and gearbox out of this Golf. I have never taken an engine out of a car. That deserves a subscribe before we even start. But yeah, let's get into it. I need this engine out before that crane goes back because obviously I don't want to pay again. I need to pay when I put the new engine in, but yeah, that's it. Let's get this engine out. So my first thing is I'm going to take the front end of the car off, literally the whole front end. So I'm going to try and remove this front bumper first. I've removed front bumpers, but I've never actually done anything on a Golf, apart from that one I just got on the road. Oh, the Golf GTI is now on the road, guys. It passed its MOT. I think there's bolts somewhere under here. So guys, you're getting the real deal here. You're getting the driveway experience. There's no special ramps or anything, so probably gonna have a smashed up back at the end of this, but it's worth it to save this beautiful little GTI. Right, the sun's been out all morning and now I've started this, the sun's gone. So I'm guessing when I undo this, this grill comes off at this piece. I'm open. Hell, I've only undone 3 bolts and I'm tired already. Right, there we go. There's a little latch there. Hey, what's that? Oh, there's more bolts there to get the front bumper off, is it? We're going to be cleaning this up because it looks pretty messy, so I'll probably respray all this gloss black. Right, I'm not actually sure what I need to undo here, but I'm just going to undo everything that looks like I think should come off. Because that's going to obviously, yeah, so that, I'm guessing that's part of the front bumper, yeah. Right, now we need to get to the sides because there'll be bolts under the wings, but I need to remove the arch lining first, obviously. So we have to turn each wheel, so I'll do this side first. So I'm in the middle of getting the wings off, guys. Not the wings, the front bumper. That wing is demolished, so I've just ripped some of it off to get to the bolts. There is some more bolts, I think, down here that hold the front bumper to the wing. So I'm just going to remove this plastic thing here and try and get the headlight out. I'm not entirely sure how it comes out. There's probably a bolt underneath this, so we'll just undo it. So let's undo this. Undo this, I think. No swearing, Andrew. You're not allowed to swear in this. Why do I keep hitting my head off stuff? And I need to undo them ones. I think they're a different size. All this, everything out. We're gonna have to clean it all up, so I need to get everything out of it. I thought I snapped then. We're gonna have a few snap bolts today, I think. I can't imagine them all going splendid. Don't know what that's undone. Yeah. Right, is there any more bolts holding that headlight in, or will that come out? Well, the problem is the front bumper's in the way. I think there's something over here holding it. Right, well that's undone anyway. So now we need to remove bolts from this side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 bolts down here. They are T20s. Well, a mix between T20 and T25 to get these off because of the rust. So we're going to get these off, and then there's 1 T20 or T25 it is up here. Once we get this out the way, that'll allow us to pull this off then. So then there'll just be some underneath, and the front bumper should be off. Pretty straightforward getting bumpers off, to be honest. The only problem I'm dealing with is rust, so it could be rusty stuff for all we know. There's the last screw out. That's the one that sits up in there. So now we should be able to just pull this. Well. Oh, why ain't it pulling right that one? What was that? It's underneath now, and then this front bumper will come off. See how many we can get out, eh? Well, that one's come undone, that's good. I'm still stuck on something down there. It's fighting me, this bumper. That would help if I jack the car up, but I can't get a jack under it at the minute. Right, what's stopping this from coming off now? feel like it's going to come off yet. Still feel like someone's holding it. Something's still holding it, I think. Something's still holding it. It's so bloody awkward to get stuff under this car. Sick of this car already. We just started working on it. I get my axle stand under it still. Oh, me and this car are not going to be pals soon. I'm still on the front bumper. I've been here about an hour trying to get a front bumper off. All the bolts underneath were rotten, as you could probably imagine, but hopefully it comes off now. I've had to rip one of them out. So does it come off? Oh, we've still got something holding it. Feels like something holding it that side. This side's fully loose. Something's still holding it this side then. My God, right, so there was one bolt still stuck, but now the bumper's off, finally. Oh my God. I had to chop this. I didn't want to, but I literally couldn't get that bolt out, so I sacrificed that, but we'll put a cable tie through it or when we put it back on. So that could go over there now. Right, I need these headlights out. That should be the headlight out now. Just got to unplug it. Somewhere there. Oh, it's one of these audible plugs. I hate these plugs, mate. Can't get these out. I can't get the plugs out. I'm going to smash this car to pieces soon if we don't start obeying my commands. I don't know if this has to come off. I don't know what I got to undo here. I'm guessing it's got to come off. We're going to crack them all off. It's the part of the front of the car that I need off. I have no idea what I'm undoing here, but we're going to undo it all anyway. I need the radiator hoses off. This car's putting up a fight and I'm not allowing it to. It's doing as it's told. I know what's happening here. I'm going to need a jack under that. It's just dropped in it. Get this bloody airbox out the way. Yes, I hate this car so far. It's putting up a major fight. It's thinking, Andrew, you've moved me from 5 years of resting. I'm going to give you the time of hell. That pipe's going to need new cylinders. It's going to need new hoses and all sorts. I'm sure there's meant to be a clip on that. Yeah, there is. There's meant to be a clip on that. There isn't one. Well, that's off. This whole front end's leaning off now, isn't it? Problem is, I don't want it to fall, pull the headlights and rip the thingy off, the plug. I just can't get these plugs off. They're a pain in the arse, these plugs are the biggest pain in the arse you could have. Ah, fuck it, let's keep going. Don't even think about it, Andrew, just fucking undo the fucking bolts. Thing is, this whole front end's going to fall off now. When I undo this, it's going to fall. See it? I don't know if it'll completely fall off, but the whole front end's loose. Don't know how. Yeah, it's all loose. Right, we need to unplug everything that's going to come off with the car. Man, these plugs, but. So I'll take the bonnet latch off. There's like a little hook thing on here, this. So you got to unhook this. And then there's a sensor, I'm guessing. You got to unplug that. Then you can get this out to allow me to move the front end. So that's there. I need to pull this wire through. I need to pull this through. I don't know how you're meant to get this back through. Come on now, Golf, be good. Bring me what I want. I know, we'll give Mr. Higgins the smallest little hole to pull this bonnet latch wire through. To annoy him as much as we can. You will come through, I will make you come through. Problem we're going to have, imagine trying to get this back through. Oh, yes. Get over there. Get over there out of my way. Right, now all I got left is that headlight plug, which I'm struggling to get off. And I got this radiator hose to pull off, but I'm struggling to get that off as well. And then I got that boost pipe down there to get off. And then this whole front end should come out. Man, it just takes so long, because on YouTube they don't show you the struggle, do they? They're like, bzz, bzz, bzz. Oh, there we go, front end's off. No chance, mate. Not in my world, it's not. Give me a bucket. There's coolant under there. Let it drain into this. Well, that's nice and clean. There. I don't want all. How is there coolant in it? I thought it was all gone. Oh, I should stuck again. That's off. Now we just got that boost pipe down there, and then get these little clamps over. Nightmare, mate. Right, that's off. So that should pop off theoretically. Oh, lovely, lovely jubbly. Now it's just this, and then this whole front end should come off. But this headlight plugs, putting up a fight like. Oop. Broke even more now. They call me the butcher. This does not want to come off, Jesus. I don't know if it's going to come out, but it should do. Right, everything's off, but we're stuck to the bottom now. It's stuck on them clips, like them bolts I couldn't get off. That should just pop off anyway. What are we stuck to? Oh, I haven't done the aircon. I've got an aircon pipe to get off now. What bolts are they? Let's see what bolts these are. That's all it's holding in now, is an aircon pipe. Problem is the pipes are all bent now. I'm gonna have to get a new aircon pipe by here because I've bent it. It looks like I cracked whatever's down here, the aircon radiator maybe, because I forgot about it. So I'll need a new aircon radiator. Unless we just delete the aircon. We don't need the aircon. Guys, this looks a bit dodgy, right? The bolt's rounded off for the aircon pipe. And it's literally so tight. It's literally the last thing holding it. Oh, there we go, boys and gals. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, so I've had to cut this off. This aircon pipe I've had to chop. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of them. And that radiator, the aircon radiator's knackered because obviously where I've let it drop, it's bent the things and cracked them. So I'm probably gonna need a new aircon radiator. But we'll sort that when we get to it. That's the least of my worries. This is the main worry, this big bad boy here. So what I need to do is get this headlight off first, out of the way, because it's hanging there. And then I can start undoing everything that's connecting this engine. I'm going to get the battery off, move the tray, because we need to get the gear selectors off, because I'm going to take the gearbox as well. I need to get the downpipe, which is here. Some bolts there, I'm guessing. We need to undo that. Anything that connects this engine to the car needs to come off now. So that was a frigging fight getting that off. Battery off, get it out the way, because it's in the way. Guys, I absolutely love doing stuff like this. It's just a massive puzzle. I haven't got an actual clue what I'm doing, but I'm just taking stuff off. So please subscribe, because look at the graph that's going on here for you guys at home. Obviously it's for me, but I'm doing it, videoing it for you guys to enjoy. And I'm learning as I go. Anyone who knocks me for doing this on my driveway and I'm making mistakes, obviously I broke stuff, but I'm learning. Everything can be repaired, so if I break something, I break something, and who gives a crap? As long as I get the job done and I stick to my promise of what I'm doing in the video, I don't think it really matters. So we're going to remove this battery, Trade Tech, whatever that is. I'm running out of room in here. Go over here. That's going to be knackered. It's been sat for 5 years, so we'll be don't know what you do with the battery. Does it go to scrapyard? I think it does. We'll see. Right, now I need to remove this battery tray. Oh wow, is that for the battery tray? Oh wow, okay. I think they're 10 mils then. Right, let's try and get these off. There's not even a head on that bolt. Oh, that's rusty, isn't it? It's becoming a common theme with this car. Everything is rusted to the heavens. Wow, there's literally, I can't get anything on that, it's gone. I'm gonna have to like chisel that off or something. But these are the problems people don't show you. Stuff rusted up. Oh my God. Nope, it's not gonna work. Got this one, don't know how, I managed to, got one more to go. Can I get my bloody tool off it? Yes. We're gonna need new bolts for that, look what, there's nothing left. I got it off though. So we've got one more of them to get off. A little bit of patience, Abs. And we got both of them bolts off. Don't ask me how the hell I've managed to do that, but we have. Got it off. There's still a bit on there, so ideally I would want to replace them though, because they're looking pretty disgusting. Right, that's that. So I can take this battery tray off now, I think. Okay, no lie. There's a battery tray. I literally haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just literally just winging it. Anything that looks like it needs to come off, I'm just undoing. The thing is with me, I won't give up. I won't give up until that is in there. Once that's off, I should be able to move these gear linkages out the way then. Because at the minute the gear linkages are on the gearbox. I'll have to take these off, I didn't film. They got like these little pins on. So they're hooked on here like this, and the pins on there. So you pop that pin off there, and then they just slide off of these. That's how you get them selectors off. And then if you're obviously doing this job, you need to remove this cradle, I'm guessing. That's what I'm doing now. It's connected to the gearbox and it goes to the car under there, so we need it off by the looks. Of course, we need the downpipe off, so we're going to be undoing that. We need the drive shafts off, which you don't need to take them out the gearbox on these. It's bolts on the drive shafts, we need to undo them, but we'll do that after. And then we got fuel. We got a fuel line to take off somewhere. So we've got this. What's this go to? That's connected to the car. That's got to come off. Yeah. Anything you see coming from the head, like the bulkhead of the car, onto the engine, we need to take off. So there we have the selector. That's taken off now. So I'm just gonna try and tuck it off somewhere over there, maybe. Yeah, so I can stay there out the way. Obviously, we need to move the battery tray because this is our engine mount, so we'll have to undo these 3 bolts, and there'll be 2 this side, is there? Yeah. So all this is connected to the engine by the looks. Is that, yeah. So that can come off with the engine. Can it? What's that there? What's that pipe? That pipe's going. Is that a fuel line? That's a fuel line there. That's the fuel rail, is it? Yeah, so we need to undo this. So we're going to take this off quick. Ah, so awkward. Come on now, fuel line, be good. Let's pop you out of there. Give me a bit more leverage. This does not want to come off, that's for sure. I can't get this clip off, it's fucking fighting me. What is going on with this car? I don't want to like slip, make a spark and blow up. Make sure I don't punch or anything. Oh, come on. How am I meant to get that off now? The ends of that clip is broke. This end here is snapped off. How am I meant to get that off now? Right, fucking hacksaw. Guys, I may look like a butcher right now, but if stuff ain't coming off, I ain't pissing about with it. Now we got fuel. I don't want to make a fire. Right, we're gonna bung the end of that up, I think. We'll take that out. And then it looks like there's a Torx bit on the back. I need to get a box for all this engine stuff. All the bolts are taken off from the engine. I'll have a separate box for that. Grab that now. Evap box, I think. That can come out with the engine. There's nothing else connecting that. What's this? That's coolant. So this coolant reservoir can come out with the engine. Probably going to put a new one of them on, or clean that, because that's minging. So that can, I didn't say you could fall. Right, that can come out of the engine, that can come out of the engine. That can stay over there. No, I don't want it downwards, just in case fuel leaks out. I'll have that there. That can stay there for now. What's this? That plug there. I think that's the one that goes to the alternator. So we can undo this off of here. Screwdriver. Screwdriver. How'd you get this off here? Is it there? Is that a clip? Right, we've got to undo this here. This is connected to the car, yeah, so we need to take this off. Oh, please come undone, don't round. Oh, you sexy little Golf. Oh, right, that's off, so I need to pop that off now. Let me check my YouTube subscribers. Everyone's subscribing right now. It's doing quite well, actually. 3,712. I got up 1,000 in 2 weeks. Takes me 1,000. Normally 1,000 subscribers takes me about a year. So thank you to everyone who's subscribing. Now let's try and get this bloody thing out. Boom. Aircon radiator hose. I need to ideally. Is that going to be in the way when I try and pull the engine? Probably. Could probably just lift that and leave it, can't we? That's off, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't see anything else connected to the engine on this side. That's coming with the car. That's coming with the engine, isn't it? So I think that's everything off this side now. That'll all come out with it. That'll come out with it. So that's everything off that side. Now we got this side. Look at this mess, man. Right, so that's going to come with it. We need to unplug the start. What's that? That's a brake line. That might be why my clutch ain't working. That might be why the clutch is to the floor. That looks like it's a, obviously it goes to buy the gearbox, so I'm guessing that's a clutch line. It's how you bleed the clutch, maybe? I don't bloody know. And if anyone knows what this is, the brake line goes over here. It's connected to this. So if you know what that is, let me know. It's disconnected. Could be why my clutch is to the floor, but we'll sort that out when we get to it. Right, all that's stay in. What's this? That's stay in. I need to unplug whatever this is. Let's get the cable ties. Have I worked on this car? Nope. Well, you'll know I will after this. Right, so we pull that out of there. I need to get this. Has this got a... That's connected to the car, isn't it? Yeah. Fucking hell, I got to get all this off. Boom. So we've got to unplug everything, have we? Because I need this part of the loom. I need this part of the loom here. I need all this away from the engine, I'm guessing. So we've got to unplug all this, untangle all this. What's that going into? What's that going to come off? What's that? I don't even know what that is. I ain't going to remember where all this goes. I should have labelled all this up. We're going to wing it. We wing it on this channel. If I don't know where it is, I'll just message you. People will know where all this shit goes. I should have labelled it and took pictures, but I just want this engine out, so... Right, we got a plug here. There's plugs everywhere. So there's 1, there's 2 off that, 3 off that, 4 off that. Bloody hell. Got 4 plugs down here to undo. Map sensor that one is actually. Come on now. Come on, little plug. Get off my GTI. Come on. It's off, I can't get my fingers in there. That's a nice sound. That one's off. There's a lot of plugs on this thing to undo. Jesus. You won't be able to see any of this anyway once I'm cleaned this. I put the bonnet down. Oh.
Is that a kiss the engine?
I wasn't expecting it to come off like that. Right, what's this connected to? Oh, there we go. That's another pipe off. Oh, me back. That's the 2 heater matrix pipes off, so they can go over there. So that's them off. That's off. What's this? This needs to come off. How the hell do we get this off? Okay, That was easy. So guys, here we have a lot of the plugs for the wiring loom. I'm trying to disconnect all the wiring loom to this, because obviously this is all connected to the car. So I need all this over there, ideally, before I take the engine out. I haven't labelled them up, so I'm going to have to guess where they all go. But it'll come to mind maybe when I'm doing it. All that's over there, so we've unplugged all that. I need to figure out what I'm doing with... What's this thing here? Move that out of the way. So I need that off there. And there's a plug. Oh, you meant to get that out of there. So guys, that's going to be the end of today. Made good progress. Got most of the wiring loom over here, because we need it all the way from the engine. I'm just figuring out what needs unplugging. So anything that needs unplugging, I've unplugged. So most of it's done. So tomorrow we need to get the downpipe off. We've got the drive shafts to remove. Well, you can unbolt them and then they separate. And then I think we're just going to get the engine crane hooked up and then see what happens. Try and lift it out, and then anything that's connected from the back or anything I'll just undo while we're trying to get the engine up. So once the engine's hovering in place, I can move it a bit. So that's it for today. We'll catch you tomorrow morning when we hopefully have this engine out. So guys, you join me back with the Mark V Golf GTI, and we're going to be picking up from where we left off last night, which is carrying on getting the Z engine out. Before we do that, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Ascent Number Plates for not only sending out a set of 3D gel plates for the Mark V Golf GT TDI, lovely, look how nice they look, but they've also sent out a set for the Golf GTI, obviously my private plate, when the car is ready to be put on the road. So massive thank you to them. I'll leave links to all of their sites, I don't think they've got a website, but I'll leave a link to their Instagram and their eBay page in the description. And yeah, go and get yourself a set of plates. Tell them I sent you if you go and get some. Thanks to them for sending out not only one but two sets, and I think they're going to be supplying plates for all my projects, so thanks guys for that. So we'll come to the board, and we can now add that the plates for this car have cost me, wrong colour. The plates for this car have cost me £0. So thank you to Ascent Plates for that. Now, let's get back to ripping this engine out. It's just breaking. Why won't this plug come off? I'll pull this bloody starter motor off in a minute to do my head in. I don't know if there's a way of actually disconnecting this loom anywhere to bring it off with the engine. I can't see anywhere. So I have to undo every plug by the look, which is a challenge in itself. Put the bolt back on so I know I don't lose it. Right, so that's everything off that loom off there. So that's everything there. We just got something on the back that I can't get to, so I'll have to do that when I get the engine moved forward a bit so I can get on the back. That one's off. So we can tuck that over there for now out the way. Right, so that's all loose. Everything's loose there. There's nothing holding on it around here now. That's off. Right, we need to get the downpipe and the drive shafts off now. That was either a snap or just a heavy undo. But it doesn't matter, we're replacing the turbo, so if something has snapped, I don't give a crap. I'll just need new bolts. I think it's come off though. Can't get my bloody tool off it though. Give me my socket! There's one. Right, same again for the other one. Hopefully I can get to all three like this. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. I'm just an average guy, you know, doing this on the driveway. No experience, but we're winging it. We'll do it together. Obviously, I got experience in doing some stuff, but nothing to this degree. All right, that's off. Lambda sensor, I need to undo that because that's connected to, oh no, that's the cat, that's staying there. How do we get that off now then? Is there any more bolts? Oh, don't drop the bolt, Mr. Higgins. So I'll leave them there now, and then I'll put them back onto the turbo when I pull the car, when I pull the downpipe off. It should come off now. The downpipe should come off. Oh, yes. Right, downpipe is off. Lambda sensor's connected to that loom, so we don't need to move that. Right, drive shafts now. Is that a broken spring? Yep. Okay, we got a snap spring up there, so, oh aye, very snapped. Oh yeah, lovely, very snapped. So that's going to be an excuse to lower the car, I guess. That's why the front looks so low, because the spring's sitting up in the bloody arch. Please be no disasters underneath this. Oh, it's just wing falling everywhere. Crusty thing. That's there. Right, we've got all the bolts off. We have. Arch lining out. The sill is quite surprisingly, normally they fill it with loads of dirt down here, but there's not a spot of rust on that sill there, which is perfect. Hopefully the other side's the same. All this will clean up, so the brake pipe's good, which I'm quite surprised about, but all this is going to have to be changed. It's all, yeah, crusted. We're going to be taking these wings off in a bit as well, so we'll be able to see more. But now I can get to the drive shaft bolts just down here. Just here, so I'm going to undo all these bolts just down here. There's quite a few. I'm not sure what they are yet. They look like little, oh, I know what they are. Oh, I hope these come undone. Let's go. Crack it. Whiz it. Bop it. There we go. So we got quite a few of these to get out. We got another 1, 2, 3, 4 to get out. So I'm going to repeat that process with all 4. That was a hard bolt to get out, wasn't it? Loads of tread on these tyres. Don't know if they're any good, like. Oh wow. This spring is also gone. There's a piece of it there. How rusty that is. That should all clean up though. Yeah, that's why this car looks so low on the front. It's because the springs have collapsed. So guys, we'll remove the arch lining. Obviously this is looking pretty tacky. I have hit it. I'll hit it with something. Just like, it's not going through, which is obviously good. So all that'll clean up. I'm gonna have to strip all this out. The springs are broke. The spring is smashed. These need changing. So I'm gonna strip all this out then. Maybe the next video, strip all this out. Wire brush all this, clean everything. But when I'm on about the sills go, this is why. That side was clear, but look at this. Look at this mud in here. This is what rots the car, rots the sills on the inside here. So I'm going to pick all this out and hopefully we have a good sill. Now I'm going to undo the dog bone mount under here so the engine can sway back into. Hopefully this comes undone. So that's that one. So that won't be, I'll take this one off as well. Right, so that's not hooked, that's not attached to the engine anymore. So that's loose. That's the engine, look at that. So that's what your dog bone mount does, guys. If it's not connected, your engine rocks back in two. Can I get them plugs from here? Oh, I can. I could get the, do you know them plugs I couldn't get? I can get them from here. Right, oh, I should be able to there's a clip there I need to undo. Oh! Right, this loom should come out now. If I can get that last clip off here. Oh, that's all the wiring loom off. We're ready. We need to set up the engine crane now and then undo the, oh, I haven't took the oil out. I need to do that really, don't I? because I haven't got an oil cap. So if the engine falls over, then... Right, so we've got a hook here, so we can hook to that. And ideally I want to hook down here somewhere. Is there another hook? I thought there'd be like a hook here somewhere. Unless I just hook it under the gearbox mount there, the bottom part. Yeah, I'll do that. If I hook it under that, hook it to there, then it should even the weight out. Ooh, that's sludgy as well. Right, let's let that drip. So guys, there's no word of a lie, right? We just emptied the oil out of that thing. And I ain't surprised the engine's knackered. All that just came out of that engine. A bucket full. It literally filled up my 5 litre bucket and half of the other one. So whoever put oil in that has filled it. Surprised it weren't coming out the top of the bloody cap. But that was quite messy. Luckily we had all this cardboard down, so we're all right there. We're going to empty some of it into that, and then some of it into other stuff. I need to move that out the way for now though, because I don't want it spilling. Never used one of these in my life, so I'm just guessing right now, but it seems straightforward, I guess. So I just want to see how this works before I go strapping it up to anything. So obviously it's just a hydraulic, so we got that there. So I'm guessing we tighten it, and then you just jack it, I guess. Yeah, nothing could go down on that, can it? No. So then, if I want to let it down, we just go. That's how we let the engine down. Just not that fast. Right. Now I need to figure out how we're strapping this thing up. My fucking fingers. That's broken, eh? Obviously I'm too strong. Oh, so that's not going to work. Or is it? Once it's on there, is that going to pull off, do you think? That like mashed up my knuckles, that did. Unless I bring it round, tie it through this maybe. Just so it's got a bit of... We could test it before we take it up anyway. And this end can go down here. And we can try and pull this through here, I guess. Because this bit's not going to be coming off. If anyone says anything about my engine crane tying, then jog on. Because I ain't got a clue. I'm learning. So that'll go around there. Now we need to tie this really, don't we? Shall I go back through that, do you think? Back through that. We could test it obviously before we... I can go in there then. If I can get that. So I can go in there. And then I can tie that into a knot. I'd rather it be more tight, over-tied than having to worry about the engine falling off while it's hovering in the air. Let's just see if that jacks it up. See what happens when we put a bit of tension on that. That's lifting the car off the axle stands. There's two. There's three. What's the worst that can happen? The engine's going to fall on the floor. It's wrecked anyway. Time to whiz them off and see if this thing holds the engine. That's out. That's no engine mount's holding it now, so That should come out, should it? I might have to drop it. I might have to lower it a little bit, that's the problem. A tiny bit, because it's too high, I think. Oh, shit, no, man. I've done it too tight. There we go. Let's see how that goes. Oh! Oh! Come here, little engine! How are we going to get it there? I have to move all that and like turn it. How did you get it off this? How did you get it off this? I don't know if I can lift them legs up. Yeah, so if I unloosen it and pull that back, I don't mind it landing on the floor. I'll just have to try and... two of us can drag that there. Okay, now we're under here. Right, we're off of that. I just need the engine there now. There we have. Engine and gearbox out on the driveway with no experience. I've never took an engine out, never changed a clutch, never done anything. So I'm quite impressed with myself there. So at least that should deserve a subscribe, surely. So now, I need to get this engine there, and then I'm going to take the wings off, and then that'll be the end of the video, guys. So obviously I'll show you getting the wings off, but I'm just going to get this over there because I'm going to struggle. Oh, Andrew's strong. Oh, there we go. That'll be all right. I'm just going to take the wings off now because they're rotten, so I want them off. So there's two here. A few across the top here. Is that one there? Yeah, one there. Oh, we got it. Oh, that's definitely not reusable. Why is it bonded? Oh, oh, my back. That's not reusable. Any good dent man fix that? What do I want to do with it? Just throw it in the skip? Throw it in the bin? Can that go in the bin as I go to scrapyard? Right, lads, I'm just gonna, well, lads and girls, I'm gonna repeat exactly the same on this side and get this wing off. So catch back with you when it's off. There we have it. Both of the wings are now off. This one's seen better days. So that's the culprit there. See, that's sponge. That's what causes the rust on the Golfs. So all that's, they'll be going to the scrapyard soon. So the plan now, like I said a minute ago, I'm going to be restoring, well not restoring, but getting the car as good as I can. Like the chassis, make sure all the rust is cleaned and protected, all the arms are replaced, all that stuff. I'm going to be doing all that before I do the engine, because if I get to some part and it's not repairable and I put a new engine and all that in it, then I've wasted my money. So I'd rather fix the actual car and then we can focus getting that engine, or the new engine, together and back in. So by the time that comes, I would have forgotten everything or where everything went, so I'm not in a rush anyway, so we'll get there. But for now, that's the engine out. Hope you've enjoyed this video and are proud of me for doing that on the driveway. I'm proud of myself. And please give it a like, comment what you think of the job I've done. Obviously I've never done a job like this before, so if you're going to criticise me, go ahead. I'm not really bothered. I'm just happy I've done it. It's out, engine's out, that's all that matters. So please subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.